So guys, let me show you something very cool with a pack of playing cards. And of course, a selected card. In this case, the 6 of diamonds. We'll remove the 6 of diamonds from view, so it is somewhere in the center of the pack. Now for this, we will need 2 more cards that you're actually have been seeing since the beginning, the 2 red queens, the queen of diamonds along with the queen of hearts. Now with these 2 cards, we'll try something pretty unusual. First of all, let's keep them facing down, and we will move them roughly into the center of the pack. So please do me a favor and just call out stop. Here, perfect. We'll place both queens into the center. Notice they are next to each other and square everything up. Now, remember this. Before we even started with the queens, you made a selection that we lost in the center of the deck. The moment I snap my fingers, that card is gonna melt through all cards until it comes in between the 2 queens and will stop there. Watch. It's done. The 2 red queens should not be empty now. There should be 1 card in between them. For sure, your 6 of diamonds. Let's learn it. So guys, let me show you how to do this effect. But before we do so, let's take a quick break and let me introduce you to a very cool app. So guys, I would like to introduce you to PicsArt. PicsArt is just an amazing app to bring your images up to another level. Once you have downloaded the app onto your device, the link is in the description box below, you will just open up the image and crop it into the size that you want. I want it to be a thumbnail for YouTube, so that's gonna be the size I want. Then I continue with adding an effect onto it, or a filter. Once I have found one of the many effects / filters on the app, I will just adjust it a little more up to my preferences. Once satisfied, I will continue with the process by adding a text onto it, as you see here. In my case, of course, a tutorial. Once my text is ready, I can just choose a font and then place it anywhere on the screen that I want, and of course scale its size. Finally, I will add a lens flare onto my image, giving it a pretty cool look and a cool effect to have on your picture overall. And here you go, you just created very quickly an awesome looking thumbnail. And this, guys, is basically a quick introduction into PicsArt. Make sure to check it out in the link in the description box below. But now let's start with the explanation of this effect. This is probably one of my favorite sandwich effects. This I have created years ago. The only thing you need for this is a pack of playing cards and a double back card. The double back card starts on top of the pack, and 2 cards of your choice, for example the 2 red queens, start facing down on the table, and you're ready to go. First, you introduce a pack of cards that you can shuffle. Just keep the double back card on top. Now a card is selected, remembered. As the card is being remembered, you just catch a pinky break underneath the topmost card, which is the double back card, right? So that you create this type of break. Now, when you show this around and are about to lose it in the center of the pack, you are just going to tilt the pack towards yourself, and from the back just push the 4 of hearts into the break that you have created here. Of course, from the spectator's point of view, it is going to give the illusion that it goes into the center of the pack, whereas it really just goes into the second position, like this, right? A move that most of you probably already know, Marlowe's tilt. Once you're here, underneath the double back card, you will have the selection. Now it's time to reveal the 2 facing down cards, the Queen of Hearts and the Queen of Diamonds. As you introduce these 2 cards, you will again catch a pinky break right beneath the double back card, as you show the Queen of Diamonds and the Queen of Hearts. Now you will just place the Queen of Hearts, side jog so to say, next to the Queen of Diamonds, and you will lift up all cards above the break as if you just take the 2 queens, right? The cool part about this is you can show it from face and from the back because the double back card does not stick out, right? So you can show this from face and back, and as you do that, you catch another break underneath the selected card which is on top. Now you square everything up, lift up everything as if it was just the 2 queens, but now you have 4 cards. Peel the queen of hearts and place the queen on top like this. That way you are sandwiching 2 cards in between the 2 queens. The moment you place supposedly the single queen of diamonds on top of the queen of hearts, in a fluent motion, from the back, you will just riffle the top 2 cards, right over here. Just riffle, so you have 2 cards here, lift them up, turn them around, and spread them. This is just a very, very convincing move that looks like you just took the queens, turned them around, and spread them on the table. This double back card just contributes so much to this illusion of these 2 cards being the 2 queens, but actually one of them is the double back card, right? So you're here, place on top, riffle 2 cards, lift them up, turn them around, spread them. In the spectator's mind, these are now the 2 queens waiting for doing something. Now you just turn around the pack facing up, and you'll tell them that you'll place the 2 queens into the center of the pack, so they just call out stop. For example, here. You take the first card, which is the double back card, and just place it on top. Then you take the queen. Without mentioning that here you see the queen of diamonds, just take it and place it on top like this, right? So without mentioning, you're just showing them one of the queens. In their mind, it is 2 queens, right? So this is just a subtlety. Instead of just placing 2 secret cards, so to say, you just show one of them. They clearly see there is no card in between them. You place all the cards on top, and at that point, you're done. The moment you now turn around the pack and spread the cards, there is gonna be one facing down card in between the queens, which is of course their selection, the 4 of hearts. The double back card is right over here, meaning you can just cut it to the bottom of the pack and you're ready to go to do anything with it, steal it, control it to the top to repeat the trick. Whatever you do, you're completely free. And that, guys, is basically the explanation for this effect. I used to call this the Spanish Queens. I'm pretty sure you'll love it. If I had only one sandwich effect to perform, this would probably be it because it is so clean, so simple. I really hope you enjoyed it. That's it, and I hope to see you next time.